Hi everyone, I'm Kemiesha and I'm going to be presenting on the topic cultural competency. Due to globalization, we live in a diverse world where people are free to live, learn, and conduct business operations freely, given that the conditions are supportive. This means that our world, our countries, cities, towns, neighborhoods are a reservoir of mixed culture. Acknowledging, understanding, accepting, appreciating, and including these diversities are what makes an individual culturally competent. Imagine baking a cake with only one ingredient. How do you think it's going to turn out? Grouping different ingredients in the right proportion is important to have a tasty cake. Consider viewing all medical conditions from a nurse's perspective and arriving at solutions that were only nurse driven without consulting interdisciplinary team. Groups are created to share different views, opinion, ideas, and work on different topics with shared goal in mind. We could literally put everything in our existence in groups from micro to macro. For example, a group of boys, a group of female nurses, black bears, white sharks, Asian cuisine, Indian doctors. Therefore, it is important to be able to function effectively when placed in a mixed group without feeling out of place. It requires a culturally competent leader to promote cultural awareness, embrace diversity through inclusiveness, and respect different views from the other than their own. The Merriam Webster Dictionary defines culture as number one, the customary belief, social forms, behaviors, knowledge, and material traits of racial, religious, or social group that depends upon the capacity for learning and transmitting knowledge to succeeding generation. And B, the characteristic feature of every existence, such as diversion or a way of life shared by people in a place or time. And C, from an organizational standpoint, is a set of shared attitudes, values, goals, and practices that characterize an institution or organization. Next, we will discuss cultural competence. Cultural competence is the ability to facilitate, respect, and promote cross cultural existence within a system, group, or an organization by acknowledging that these groups have varying values, beliefs, behaviors, attitudes, and practices. Cultural competence is also the ability to mediate our differences and identify solutions that prevent cultural clashes. A culturally competent leader should possess adequate knowledge, judgment, skills, and the strength to maintain a culturally sensitive workplace while promoting and respecting equity, diversity, and growth amongst all cultural groups. The Harvard Business News urges that effective global leaders need to be culturally competent by valuing diversity and staying aware of our cultural identity, being aware and curtailing their own cultural biases, and to thrive for a more inclusive work environment. As a global leader, the New York Times have also embraced cultural competency in their organization by committing to fundamental changes to the company's work culture by making their own newsroom and other Times division more culturally diverse. They have realized that in order to be more successful in fulfilling their mission, they need to enable a workforce that thrive to do the best work across races, gender, identity, sexual orientation, ability, socioeconomic background, ideological viewpoints, and more. In conclusion, the face of healthcare leaders are predominantly one race and one gender, which means poor modeling across cultures. Whether there is Whenever there is equity, inclusiveness, and proper representation across cultures, team performance increases. The healthcare field comprises of a mixed culture of staff, patient, and vendors. Therefore, the healthcare system should aspire to be more culturally diverse and produce leaders that are culturally competent. A leader capable of bringing cultural awareness to the team by promoting and respecting equity, diversity, and growth amongst all cultural groups is poised for success. Thanks for watching my video. Bye bye.